Rafael Teshiba Raffy Tulfo has long been cherished by Filipinos as a forthright broadcaster, a champion of the masses, and more recently, a hardworking senator. Born on March 12, 1960, he grew into one of the most influential public figures in the country, someone admired for his empathy, bravery, and no-nonsense approach to resolving disputes. With a career that blossomed from journalism to public service, Tulfo built a name grounded in sincerity and advocacy for ordinary citizens. Early life and family. Raffy Tulfo was born in Quezon City to Ramon Tulfo Sr., a disciplined Philippine constabulary colonel, and Caridad Teshiba, a gentle homemaker. As the eighth child in a large family of 10 siblings, he grew up in a household filled with energy, camaraderie, and strong personalities. Many members of the Tulfo family eventually became well known in their fields, including broadcasters Ramon, Ben, and Erwin, and former Tourism Secretary Juan de Teo. Raffy would often recall his upbringing as middle class, but one rich in values, structure, and love. Although Tulfo attended multiple universities and explored majors such as economics, political science, agribusiness, and commerce, he eventually left school without completing a degree. This decision, however, did not stop him from creating an extraordinary professional path. Instead of following a traditional academic trajectory, he paved his own route, one driven by instinct, courage, and determination. Start of his broadcasting career. Tulfo's entry into broadcasting began at the People's Television Network, where he first experienced the dynamic world of journalism. Over time, he joined TV5, where his career truly flourished. His earliest major program was Philippines' Most Wanted, which aired from 1995 until 2002. Co-hosting the show with Nina Tiduran, Tulfo quickly gained recognition for his assertive yet compassionate approach to helping complainants. It was during this exact period that people began calling him Idol, a nickname that stuck lovingly through the years. Rise to media stardom. Tulfo expanded his reach through the radio show Wanted SA Radio, which became a sanctuary for Filipinos who had no one else to turn to. His YouTube channel, Raffy Tulfo in Action, amplified his public service mission, showcasing real-life cases and resolutions. By 2021, it had become one of the most subscribed Filipino channels, with millions watching his efforts to stand up for the vulnerable. His sharp replies, fearless stance against wrongdoing, and heart for ordinary Filipinos helped turn him into a household name and a symbol of hope for those seeking justice. Entry into politics. Although Tulfo initially insisted he had no intention of entering politics, the demand for his leadership grew louder. He supported the ACTCS party list during the 2019 elections, but he maintained that media work remained his primary focus. Everything changed on October 2, 2021, when he officially filed his candidacy for senator as an independent candidate. Later, during the campaign period, he joined the senatorial slate of Manny Pacquiao. Filipinos responded warmly, and when Election Day results were announced, Raffy Tulfo soared to third place with more than 23 million votes. On May 18, 2022, he was proclaimed Senator of the Philippines, a milestone that marked his transition from media champion to legislative advocate. Senate work and legislative priorities. Upon entering the 19th Congress, Tulfo immediately began pushing for bills that protected Filipino workers, strengthened family safeguards, and ensured fair treatment by employers. One of his first measures involved giving discounts to poor job applicants who struggled with the financial burden of job hunting. Tulfo also proposed amendments to broaden protection under the Anti-Violence Against Women and Children Act, ensuring all family members would be covered regardless of gender. His advocacy extended into concerns regarding rising electricity rates, power interruptions, and the looming energy crisis, issues that eventually led to his appointment as chairman of the Senate Committee on Energy. He also chaired the Committee on Migrant Workers, further supporting Filipinos who worked abroad. In 2023, he made headlines by filing a bill seeking to legalize and regulate the long-standing ukay-ukay industry, recognizing it as a significant part of Filipino culture. He also pushed for urgent response requirements for essential sectors and mandatory CCTV installations in prison cells to ensure transparency and prevent abuse. Moreover, he filed resolutions that called for investigations on bullying in hospitals, delays in Social Security system claims, and alleged corruption or mistreatment in public health institutions. Position on a possible 2028 presidential bid. Despite recurring suggestions that he should aim for the presidency, Tulfo consistently expressed his disinterest. His brother Erwin emphasized in 2020 that Raffy had no desire to run, and Raffy himself requested survey groups to exclude him from future presidential polls. Showing humility and respect, he encouraged support for the sitting administration rather than entertaining the idea of political advancement. Controversies and challenges. Like many outspoken public figures, Tulfo faced several controversies throughout his career, especially during his time as a newspaper columnist. Various individuals and officials filed libel cases against him, though several were dismissed or closed in his favor. One long-running case filed in 1999 resulted in an initial conviction but was overturned by the Supreme Court in 2021, clearing his name. Other issues, including claims related to past marriages and accusations of bigamy, surfaced publicly and resulted in legal actions. However, these cases did not prevent him from assuming office or serving as senator, and many of them were eventually resolved or dismissed. Personal life. Raffy Tulfo is happily married to Jocelyn Pua, who serves as the ACCS party list representative in Congress. They married twice, first in a civil ceremony in Isabela in 1993, and later in a more intimate gathering in Quezon City in 1995. Together, they have 2 children and a grandson. Their daughter Maricel works alongside Tulfo in his programs, while their son Ralph Wendell serves as the representative for Quezon City's 2nd District. Tulfo values family greatly, often making time for them despite his demanding schedule. Net worth, houses, and lifestyle. Over decades of media success, endorsements, and business ventures, Raffy Tulfo has accumulated an estimated net worth of 300 million Cuban pesos to 500 million Cuban pesos. He owns several residential properties, including a beautiful and comfortable family home in Quezon City, along with additional houses used for work and rest. Despite his substantial wealth, Tulfo maintains a grounded and practical lifestyle. He prefers modest clothing, simple routines, and a life centered around work, family, and meaningful public service. His humility and down-to-earth nature have helped him maintain a strong bond with the public he serves. Thank you for watching and kindly subscribe, like and share to family and friends.